Now, for the first time, you can own your very own Rings of Power. From the Celeborn Smiths, we'll be sending you one per season. Molded to appear forged in the fires of Mount Doom. Made from the finest cubic zirconium, plastic, and metal that isn't measurably radioactive and won't turn your fingers green. Probably. Much. These can now be yours for 5 easy payments of $39.99.99 Elvish runes. Act now, supplies are limited, because once the Dark Lord Sauron takes over, they'll all be gone, and you'll be his slaves. And just remember,
there's a tempest in me,
whose fault this actually is.
And it will not be quelled.
Holy cancel G4, Batman, we got some updates on this story. Hello everyone, I am Mecca, and we got Rob off camera. He might be chiming in a little bit. Hello. So we're using his. We're commandeering your computer, I think.
Yes.
There was this story going around recently about the now defunct network G4, where they're blaming the fact that it was always wokier than now and it was always going to be tanked, which does leave credit to my theory. I didn't run with this because, well, here's, I think, the originator. This is supposed to be a G4 former employee spilling the beans on how they got interviewed and how their hiring process was. So I think Clownfish also ran with this article.
Clownfish ran with it. They actually had an article on their website. And
so I don't know who was the original. I barely kind of saw the story, and I'm like, so whoever was allegedly interviewing people at G4 was allegedly demanding them describe how they would cancel rich, old white dude Batman. Turns out that might not be legit. Spoiler. So not to discredit anybody. I mean, we've got audio of it. I just don't know who this employee was supposed to be.
She says she interviewed for the job. She goes by the name of Miss Click.
Oh, okay. So we don't even know if this was like a real, actual, legit, confirmed employee or not.
According to her, she interviewed for an on-air host job.
Well, it turns out she might be lying, according to actual confirmed former employee Gina Darling from Attack of the Show. Now, can we confirm or deny if this other person actually worked for G4, or they just said?
Well, she said she interviewed. She interviewed for the job.
Now, can we confirm if that was true or if they're just saying it?
Well, they're claiming it's true.
Okay. So they might be just lying to get attention, and Gina Darling, wait, people really think we tried to cancel Batland. Lamau, how stupid do you have to be, LOL. My audition consisted of me saying I wanted Kratos to crush my esophagus with 2 fingers, and I got hired, yet you think G4 would do some lame shit like canceling Batman? Try to come up with something more creative, please, LOL.
Okay, now Gina might be right. That's what her interview consisted of. Her interview tape.
Yeah.
However, we don't know what changed between when she was hired and when this Miss Click lady was being interviewed.
Well, and then this Miss Click might be lying completely too.
Yeah, she also might be fudging the truth a little.
Yeah, so that might be part of it, where we might have somebody like lying to us who didn't get the job, who just wants to ride some of this and say, see, it was woke, and see, that's why it was gonna go down. Because that's kind of been the consensus that, at least I think for sure, that they were kind of going to go under anyway. They had no direction, whether it might be overly wokier than now politics crap.
Sexism in gaming.
Or just being not knowing what they want to do. Do they want to do Twitch one week? Do they want to do YouTube one week? Do they want to focus on shorts? What the crap is their game plan? They didn't know.
Yeah, they didn't have any real clear direction. And they had like 5 bosses in 4 months or something like that.
It was ridiculous. So Gina Darling is the bestest Attack of the Show host in the modern bunch of the new people, I think. I really liked her. She should have been, we always keep saying, she should have been the face of the network. She should have been the one out there in the public. But so she's denying that was the interview process for G4. I wonder if some of these people did get auditioned like, hey, do you want to be a chick diving into a thing of pudding in a maid costume? Mm-hmm. Do you want to do that? Because that's the type of network we are. And then some of them was like, oh, we need to appeal to this wokier than now feminism, blah blah blah, reculture of people.
And that's just obvious sexism.
So they were interviewing people like Frost, and they wanted them to cancel Batman. I can think of plenty of ways to cancel Batman. It's just getting a little redundant. I'm kind of tired of the same character over and over again, especially when they don't even have Batman and Batman. But then again, what else you got to say about this?
I don't put it past anybody to say how would you cancel Batman?
They want these woke responses of, he's a rich old privileged white dude, and I don't want him saving me because Reed.
Yeah, exactly. So.
I can't imagine. I mean, I can't imagine, depending on what your hiring manager, that might have been your question. I don't know. So what's the real story?
Well, I trust. Well, listen. Clownfish is always pretty reliable. Now, they wouldn't go with something unless they
had a good scoop.
Well, they were pretty certain it was true.
No, I don't want people to think. Like, I think it's more likely that What's Her Nuts was lying to us than Clownfish was, mispurporting. So that's probably my first gut. We don't want to call it Clownfish.
It's a better chance that this person is not telling the truth than Clownfish getting this wrong.
Yeah. This is just breaking. Well, what was the other big thing attached to G4? There was Starcade or something?
Starcade was supposed to be coming back.
I was a little too young. You remember Starcade?
It was barely a show. It was on for maybe
cool though.
Maybe a few months.
Well, I saw a lot of like the retro game people that I watch talk about it from time to time, being like this game show. I love game shows. Being this game show thing that featured like video game stuff. But if they were going to bring back a version of what would they do with Starcade? Would it be all console stuff? Because by now, I mean, they would be having trivia on. Well, a video game trivia thing isn't a bad idea anyway.
What year was Steam first launched? I mean,
see, now why didn't they have those type of shows for their stupid like G4 stuff? They tried to have all this big production and budget and stuff that they tried to be TV budget on YouTube schedule with viewership. Yeah. With income, I think that was the biggest problem with the new relaunch. Yeah.
It was definitely, there was a ceiling to what they were trying to do.
That too. And it's a combination, I think, of every little thing. The wokier than thou stuff didn't help. Mm-hmm. Seriously, just put Gina Darling in a bathing suit or even a G4 t-shirt, you don't even have to objectify her. Put her in a G4 t-shirt. She's perfectly happy and pleasant and knowledgeable. For crying out loud. They flopped this one. Anyway, that's the G4 news. I am Mecca.
I'm Rob off camera.
See you guys later. Bye.
Bye.
The Universalists are at it again and are suppressing this channel. And the only way to stop them is to spread our message across all social media platforms. You need to like, subscribe, talk about this channel wherever you go. Only by using their tactics and agenda against them can we defeat them once and for all. So do your part today. Ah!